Unless you're already independently wealthy, and sometimes even if you really are that wealthy, part of your moving abroad plan and where you're going needs to be figuring out how you're going to make a living in your new home. Fortunately, for those people who are looking at Portugal, there are several options available. And while many people with money choose to go the route of their golden visa, if you still need to earn a living, their D2 and D7 visas are some of the most sought after options available. But it's important that you choose the right one for your personal situation. And today on Renegade News, you'll learn exactly what option is right for you. Welcome back to Renegade News. I'm your host, Glenn Kowalski. Every week on this channel, you'll hear the latest news, strategies, and tactics for breaking free from the system, paying less tax, and living anywhere in the world you want. So let's get right into it. If you haven't retired yet, legally earning a living is one of the most important decisions in where you plant your residency flag. And for Portugal, your two best options are definitely the D2 and the D7 visa. So today we're going to compare those visas based on income source, whether or not it allows you to work, and the documentation requirements, so you can make the right choice for you. The first criteria that you need to look at is where you plan on earning your income. The D2 visa allows for residency via entrepreneurship. So specifically, it means entrepreneurship within Portugal. Foreigners who can benefit from the D2 visa are people who work as freelancers, like digital nomads and remote workers, and also people who want to start a business or buy a company within Portugal. If you already have a business in your home country and you want to continue working in that industry or that field and then move it into Portugal, the D2 visa can be a great option for you. The D2 has various criteria, and one of the essential requirements is that you put together a business plan, and that business plan must prove that your entrepreneurial initiative will contribute to the country or the city in which you intend to live. On the other hand, the D7 visa is more geared towards foreign sourced income because it's more commonly known as a passive income visa or a retirement visa. And it's for pensioners or for income earners who earn money outside of Portugal or who have passive income from things like rental real estate, financial investments, profits, and dividends from companies that you own. It also can include things like intellectual property such as copyrights. To be eligible for that D7 visa, you have to prove that those incomes that you're going to generate are above the Portuguese minimum wage, which is around 700 euros per month. It's also possible under this visa to request a family reunification so that you can bring your spouse, your minor children, any other dependents such as your parents or your in-laws with you into Portugal. However, for each adult family member, it's necessary to prove that you have an additional 50% of that Portugal minimum wage in income, and then for each minor child that you have, it has to be 30% higher than that minimum wage. Next, we need to look at whether or not you can actually work within Portugal. For the D2 visa, one of the requirements is that you must actually work either in the business that you start or the company that you buy. You can also work as a self-employed individual. So to be eligible for the D2 visa means that you're going to obtain all of your monthly income from that business activities that you're doing within Portugal. And as a result, you need to prove that those earnings are coming from that business in order to renew that D2 visa. On the other hand, with a D7 visa, you don't have to work if you don't want to. I mean, this is because the D7 visa's main objective is for you to live in Portugal from the income that you have outside the country. So that can be passive income. And is it really designed for that? However, if you want to work in Portugal with that D7 visa, you are allowed to do so. Finally, we have to talk about documentation requirements. For a D2 visa, if you're self-employed or if you're a freelancer, you have to show the service agreement according to your professional activity. If you're going to start a business in Portugal, then you have to do the following requirements. First of all, you have to invest in the company's share capital, which is your working capital. You then have to create a business plan that shows that the company's viability and its potential growth within the country for the Portuguese market. It has to be specifically to help the Portuguese market. You also have to prove that you have the financial means to sustain yourself for that first year when most companies are still trying to make money and you're living in Portugal. For a D7 visa, on the other hand, the most critical documentation will be evidence of your income from your home country or from wherever that passive income comes from. That income evidence can include things like rental agreements, your bank statements, past income tax returns, and any other documents that prove that you actually do have that income coming in. The procedure to obtain a temporary Portugal residency visa through a D7 visa is the same as the D2, And we're going to put together some documentation that'll take you through this entire process. We'll put a link to that in the comments below. So, which visa is best for you? Well, like so many things in this life, it really depends. If you're an aspiring entrepreneur who's looking to start a business in Portugal and you don't have a stable passive income from outside, the D2 can be a great choice for you. However, if you're someone who has a stable monthly income or some type of a passive income that meets the requirements and you want to settle in Portugal with your family, then the D7 is really a hard visa to beat. But ultimately, the choice comes down to you. So let me know in the comments below, which visa sounds like a better option for your personal situation? Or are both options awesome, or maybe neither of them work for you? And remember, regardless of where you choose to lay your hat, the landscape is rapidly changing for visas, residency, and for citizenship. So to stay up to date on the latest strategies and tactics, as well as to get the news on the latest infringements and wins in your search for more freedom and liberty, make sure that you subscribe to Renegade News right now. And check out the video you see on the screen for more information on the best places to live, the latest news, and the most up-to-date strategies and tactics on personal, financial, and location independence in this unfree world. I'm Glenn Kowalski from Renegade News, and I'll see you over there.